And folks here in Dayton honored our country's 35th president as well. Kennedy was the youngest president to be elected and the youngest to die.
One of the most historic artifacts, of course, associated with that terrible day on display at our National Museum of the U.S. Air Force. This is Special Air Mission 26,000, Kennedy's Air Force One. Wally Aliu is live at the museum where many showed up today to visit that plane.
Jack, Deb, I've been at the National Museum at the United States Air Force several times, but I've never taken the shuttle down to the Presidential Gallery. And although today was very honorable just to be in the same plane that carried President Kennedy's body, it was cool to see people from all over come just to be here.
It takes my breath away. It's kind of emotional. I remember it so well.
I was a junior in high school. I was in Miss Bales art class back in Harrisburg, Kentucky. Remember it all too well.
I was a sophomore in high school. It was the day before my 15th birthday. We immediately, got on our knees and prayed.
For people like Maureen Espo, these images have been engraved in their minds for 50 years.
I've saved the newspapers.
Some traveled as far as
West Virginia
just to walk inside Special Air Mission 26,000.
It's a part of American history.
Built in 1962, this was the first jet made specifically for use by the president. It carried 8 presidents from Kennedy to Clinton.
Right in here is where Johnson took the oath of office.
Just a few feet down is where President Kennedy's casket laid. The aircrew did not want to bring the fallen president's casket back to Washington, D.C. in a cargo hold. So what they did is they cut out this wall here, removed these 2 rows of seats, and placed the casket here. Meanwhile, Jackie sat right across from her husband the entire flight.
It really hits me hard. I didn't know that it would.
Jackie was by him the whole way back. I thought that was just so sad.
Knowing all the history here and being in the same place where President Kennedy was and where Johnson was sworn in and Jackie Kennedy stood here, just to be in the same place, it's really momentous.
The story, the plexiglass that was covering up the aisles, well, that was actually placed a couple decades ago for preservation purposes. For now, it's the very latest here at the National Museum of the United States Air Force. Wale Aliu, Fox 45 News.
And to see Kennedy's Air Force One for yourself, there are 4 shuttle trips every day through December 1st. The shuttles leave at 9:30 in the morning, 11:15, 1:30 in the afternoon, and 3:15.